Anthony Grasso here, bringing you financial news you can use. In this video, I'm going to do a stock analysis on Churchill Capital Corp IV. I'm going to go over what exactly that SPAC is and what a Lucid Motors deal would look like, or if no deal happened at all, and give Churchill my buy, hold, or sell recommendation for both the long-term and the short-term investors. And as always, folks, don't forget to smash that like button down below and consider subscribing and hit that notification bell if you'd like to hear daily stock reviews and recommendations. So let's get right into it. So Churchill Capital IV has quickly become the hottest new SPAC or special purpose acquisition company on the market today. Now, SPACs are essentially shell companies that go public in an IPO and use the proceeds to purchase previously private operating companies. Now, SPAC investors generally don't know at the time of the IPO what company the SPAC will buy. Now, Churchill has no assets beyond its $2 billion it's raised in cash. And then the rumor mill said that they were in talks with an electric vehicle startup, Lucid Motors, and that has everybody talking right now. So the shares of Churchill have risen to around $30 for the first time from the $10 share mark just about 3-4 weeks ago, which brings in the gains of more than 300% since just the start of the year. So terms like Tesla killer is out there on the company. Now, the company hasn't been proven itself yet, and it hasn't even produced a single vehicle yet. So let's look at exactly what Lucid Motors is. Now, I do believe Lucid Motors will be a long-term winner, though. The company is a luxury EV maker that has assembled a world-class team of executives and engineers that have spent the last few years designing a high-performance, super sleek electric vehicle dubbed the Lucid Air, that when it launches will rival the Tesla Model S for luxury EV supremacy. Now, Lucid Air will have two big performance features: unrivaled driving range and lightning fast recharge times. So what do we know right now? Let me bring it back over here. So what exactly we do know? January 11th is when the rumor mill happened that Churchill was in talks to merge with the electric vehicle Lucid Motors. Now, Bloomberg initially reported the SPAC formed by former Citigroup banker and Wall Street veteran Michael Klein was reportedly in talks to take Lucid Motors public through a transaction that could be valued up to about $15 billion. Since then, the Financial Times reported that Lucid was in talks with Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund to build a new EV factory in the kingdom. Now, the Saudi fund invested more than $1 billion in 2018, which also makes it questionable whether the automaker would need to do a deal with Churchill Capital for actual funding. So my buy, hold, or sell recommendation on Churchill Capital Corp IV, here are my thoughts right now. We have zero confirmation out there on the Lucid Motors SPAC merger. Let's say a merger was announced for sake of argument now, and that Bloomberg's valuation estimate is about close. The question for current investors is, what price are they going to get a stake in Lucid Motors? If you look at the current share price of over $30 a share, that would mean greater than a $45 billion valuation on the company. So we definitely have to weigh that in addition to a huge downside risk should no deal come to fruition. Lucid Motors reaffirmed that it was on track to start production of its flagship Air EV. This luxury all-electric sedan would launch deliveries in about 2021, later this year. In a scene reminiscent of a movie Wall Street, a recent trader drove to an airport to photograph a jet that other traders conjectured was connected to the deal. Can you believe that, folks? So I do love Lucid Motors. Yes, I think they might be able to give Tesla a run for their money. But then again, it's a company without a single vehicle yet, and it still has years to prove itself in the end. But with everything being about green this year, if I were a long-term growth investor, and if you currently do not hold Churchill Capital, I would kind of stay away from the stock right now, just because of the huge downside risk, which outweighs any upside potential at this exact moment in time. If you already bought into Churchill a month ago, then you might hold it, but look at this perspective for a second. The current price levels of Churchill surely indicates that investors strongly believe that Lucid Motors will inevitably be the merger target. Any sort of additional gains from an official merger announcement seem to already be baked into the stock price, given that it has already gained over 300% over the last 3 weeks. Let me explain. Let's say Churchill doesn't do the Lucid Motors deal. Churchill will still be fine in the end because Churchill Capital is all about Michael Klein and his ability to find a suitable target for the fund. He did just raise $2.1 billion though. So if Lucid Motors falls through, so be it. But that would be a huge decline in the share price of Churchill in the short term, possibly going down to around the $10 a share if Lucid merger doesn't happen. This isn't one I would want to gamble on to buy it at the $30 share price. Too much risk for my blood. But if you want to gamble and roll those dice, so be it. Retail traders organizing on Reddit's Wall Street Bets may be contributing to the current upswing. As we have seen in the past week, the power of social media can heavily influence the price and performance of any given stock. If you're a short-term investor who got in around the $10 share price, bravo, you just made a quick 300% on your money. Nice move. Those investors have to look at, do I want to gamble more and let it ride? I mean, I personally wouldn't. I will not comment on pure speculation of the deal, but in the end, it is your money, and I hope the best for you. I think Lucid Motors stock, when that does happen, would be the stock to own for the long haul and would bring windfalls. But Churchill is a highly speculative SPAC with more downside risk to upside potential at this exact moment in time. So do you want to gamble on this stock or not? I'll leave that up to you. So there you have it, folks. And as always, don't forget to smash that like button down below and consider subscribing and hit that notification bell if you like to hear daily stock recommendations and reviews. Until the next stock update later today, folks. Ciao.